All right, folks, we are on. I understand the stream may be a bit choppy. Again, Wi-Fi and cellular issues all over the hockey world, it looks like. So to catch you up in period number 1, your Pens Elite are leading 1-0. A 1-0 lead for the Pens Elite. That goal by 24, Drew Hassenkope. So the Pens do have the puck in Fox Motors' end here. It's Austin Kumnick after it. He's battling, so we're going to do the best to bring you the live stream. If this doesn't get better choppy feed-wise, we are recording it. We have it from... But you may have lost me there for a second, too. So we're going to do the best to bring you the game. I think we lost our feed. You got to be freaking kidding me. All right, I think we're back with the stream now. All the Pens, Pegley's into the offensive zone. He fires. The feed here, folks. We're doing the best we can. Oh boy. All right. In theory, we are back. The technical difficulties of no Wi-Fi in the rink are definitely playing a toll here.
Is that still recording though?
It is. As long as I can keep the screen up, we are recording. I don't know if we're live.
Well, later on when you're doing your match.
We are not live. Well, we're live, I think, with audio only. Oh, we might be live.
Well, when you're doing your magic later, you can somehow get me that clip of that goal.
We'll do the best we can there. We aren't getting anything from here for some reason. I don't know if the audio is streaming. Let me add another capture device here.
Come on, Braden.
Here's the lineup for your 2011 Pens Elite.
Number 1, Squishy Evans, St. Killian's Parish School.
Number 12, Maddox Pegley, Todd Green Elementary. Number 14, Grayson Baru, and I go to Elwood City School District.
Number 21, Ty Avoya, Fort Charlie Elementary. My number's 24. My name is Andrew Hazencoat, and I go to Mars Elementary. 28, Hunter Stillwagon, West Mifflin School District.
Number 34, Austin Nooch, Payne Elementary.
47, Isaac Helsel, Knox School.
Number 58, Boyden Yolitz from McCormick Elementary.
Number 61, Ryan Moore, Payne Elementary.
Number 63, Brody Straub, Avalon Elementary.
I'm number 83, Lucas Ashley, and I go to Mars Area School District.
Number 89, Philip Palladino, J.H. Brooks Elementary.
97, Nathan Goldberg, Penn Trafford.
And we're back with audio. Look at that.
Alrighty.
I figured it out. For now. I think we have video and audio. It only took us a period and a half. Sorry about that, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the player lineups at intermission. We do have a 2-1 Pens Elite lead. I'm not sure why the faceoff's in the defensive zone here when we have a penalty on Fox Motors. So it should be at center ice, but we'll have the Pens on a power play, a tripping call on Fox Motors. Fox Motors, a Michigan team from outside of Detroit, I believe, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Luka Zacci plays it up into the Fox Motor end. The Pens on a power play. Braden Ulowitz Moves it to Avolia. A shot from the outside coming from, was that Lorzy there? And Fox Motors is able to clear and bring it the other way. 2-1, the Pens lead. Nice cutoff there by Ulowitz, and Fox Motors sends it back in. Offsides on the play. So, I'd love to give you a big long recap, but most of the time I've been staring at the computer screen trying to get the audio and video feed for you guys. We do have a 2-1 Pens lead. Goals from, I believe, Hassenkope and Pegley in the first period. Isaac Helsel's been your netminder for the Penguins. On the ice right now, we've got Straub with Goldberg and Hassenkope. We got Pegley and Baru, the defense pair. Pegley in behind a D-to-D nicely there to Baru, who comes out and has some space, and he'll skate with it. He'll look into the Fox Motors end, and they're going to be offsides as Hassenkope at the blue line. He stopped. He held up. Just started a second too early there. So as you can tell, we're coming to you from a corner. Probably won't be too much video movement necessary here. We're coming to you from high above. This is not drone footage, but it is high above the rink from the what's currently Penguin defensive corner. 11:13 to play. You should be able to catch the scoreboard deep in the shot there. The Pens with 48 seconds remaining on a power play. Fox Motors sends it back into the Pens end. Baru will be back to pick it up. Fox Motors in their red uniforms with a big white logo of the Fox Motor emblem on the front. They've got red pants, red, white, and blue socks, and white helmets. Your Penguins in their gold jerseys with the black penguin on their crest. Black pants with gold striping, gold socks with black striping, and those iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Penguins working the puck into the Fox Motor end. 5 seconds left on the power play here for Pittsburgh. They're not going to convert on this, their first power play opportunity of the game. It's Baru up the right wing. He's into the Fox Motor end. Working it deep on the Foxes here. Played up, but no further than that of Goldberg, who brings it into the middle. He runs into some trouble, and Fox Motors will look to clear. Fox brings it up. A 3-on-2 develops. The back checking of Avolia, making it 3-on-3. A shot from outside, gloved by Helsel. Staying up nicely on that one, getting the glove on it, holding it for the face-off. The Pens will complete a line change. 9:54 to play. They have a 2-1 lead. We've got Avolia at center with Kumnik and Lukazacki. It's Palladino and Stillwagon, the D-pair. Into the Fox end they go, and it's a steal by Kumnik, getting it towards the net. A shot from Avolia stopped by the goaltender. Fox Motors will clear it high off the wall and get it out of danger. It'll be collected by Palladino in the Penguins' end. He looks to start the breakout. Plays it over to the wall. Pressured there, but gets it up to the stick of Zacchi. Zacchi headed up ice. He's got Avolia with him. They got to stay on sides and do. It's Zacchi into the offensive zone. A shot from outside into the breadbasket. Picked up behind the net by Fox Motors and carried out. Oh, carried up but not out. Zacchi there. And a great centering shot for Avolia. It comes to Kumnik, who gets it back to Avolia, and his shot goes just wide. Worked low to high to Palladino. He plays it D-to-D, and it's intercepted by the Fox team, and they come out 2-on-1. A shot from outside. Nice defense there from Palladino to keep that shot from way outside, and it goes wide of the Penguin net. Another outside shot. This one played into a corner by Helsel. Stillwagon to pick it up. He's got a little bit of speed coming up the left-hand side. Gets around one. Looks like he should be able to exit the zone nicely. And he looks to carry it the whole way into the Fox Motor end, and does. They'll turn it back, but the Pens are right there with the pressure, putting it in behind the Fox Motor net. We have a whistle. We have an offside. And we'll have some line changes for both of the squads. I have a twisted cord right now that I'm trying not to fix for fear that the audio is going to go away again. But I do think we have a permanent fix to the audio problem. Hopefully the video is coming through. I haven't checked the stream in a minute. I've actually been able to watch the game. Looks like a pretty good stream coming through for you guys. As the Pens are looking to gain some momentum. A shot from Lohr and a centering pass. Looking for Hasenkope and Goldberg in front. Pens in the Fox end, battling in the left corner. It pops free to the high slot. Ulowitz keeps it at the blue line, puts it back in. A nice play. Looking for Hasenkope. He's got it. Behind the net, stomping. Turning. He's got possession in the corner. The Pens working the possession game a lot better here in this one. Played along the half wall and sent deep. Hasenkope battling there. It's Lohr getting a stick on it. It'll pop free, but not for long, and a battle keeps going. Out to the center ice area where the Pens will regroup. It'll be Ulowitz trying to gain the Fox end. Tries a pass. It's cut off. But the Pens there to turn it back their way again. The Pens with a lot of pressure here in this one. Ulowitz gaining that Fox motor end. Two players go down and it pops out to center. It'll be Baru. Baru with the puck. He stops and starts, goes the other way. Very nice move. Runs into a little bit of trouble though. A turnover there and it'll be Fox coming the other way. Great back checking from Brody Straub. Forces that puck wide. And it'll be Austin Kumnick coming out. He carries up the right wing, cuts into the middle. He's got a player at the blue line who's going to be 2 steps offside. So we're back for a neutral zone draw. 2-1. Penguins lead, 6:25 to play, period. Number 2. Thank you all for joining us. Sorry about the early issues. We're doing the best we can to bring you everything. Every rink presents new challenges. Coming to you from a mobile hotspot right now. So everywhere we go, it's just a new challenge. The Pens are battling at center. It'll be Kumnick coming away with it. Kumnick works it further towards the Fox end. It's back and forth on the wall there. Oh, it pops free. In comes Fox. Another great back check. This one, Palladino and Stillwagon. The Pens, Fox might get a guy behind him, but those kids are flying to help out on the defensive side, both the forwards and the defensemen. That's fantastic. Fox Motors keeps it in at the blue line. It'll be Palladino battling, and it'll come to the stick of Zachi. There's 4 Fox players there. They try to turn it back into the Pens end. If this can pop free, the Pens may have a chance. It comes free, and it'll be out at center. Pressure from Straub, Zachi. Pens looking for a change here. Does it look? Their coach is recording the game on a phone with his arm in the air. Looking like he's calling for I keep thinking he's calling for a penalty all the time. We do have a delayed call here. It'll be on the Penguins. It'll be whoever just changed. Not sure. It's going to be 83 Zachi headed to the sin bin. Sin bin selfie time, folks. Sin bin selfie time. A Team Nooch tradition. Every time you get a penalty, you get a selfie. We'll have a defensive zone draw for the Pens. 5:03 to play, period number 2. Pens lead 2-1, but they'll be on the penalty kill here. Less noise from where we're coming from. Again, outside of the rink, behind some glass, coming high above, giving you a unique perspective. Played up by the Pens, but kept in the zone and played in behind. Fox Motors will have 2 or 3 guys get there. A centering pass comes off the skate of Avolia, and he puts it out of danger. Collected on the half wall and played further in. Pegley with it. He works it up to Avolia. Sent back in front by Fox Motor. Pens looking for a guy sneaking out of the zone there. Now too many guys high. Fox Motors keeps it to 3-on-1 in behind. A centering pass, and Helsel's there for the save. Pens trying to exit the zone there. Had 3 guys on the penalty kill up at the blue line. Almost got caught, but a great stop by Helsel. And now it pops free. Hassenkope to it. He's able to get it out of the Penguins' end. And it'll be sent back in offsides. They've killed half of it. 1:02 to play in the penalty. 4:04 to play in period number 2. Pens 2. Fox Motor 1. Your PK unit. Baru and Palladino the defense. Goldberg. And Straub, your forward. Straub battles for the puck. Down to his knees but keeps working. Comes free to Goldberg. He's battling. Puck gets into the Pens end, where the defense will step up. A shot in, deflected wide. Collected by Baru and sent over for the Straub, looking to break it out. He plays it up for Goldberg and finds him. Goldberg's by 1. He's got 1 more to beat. He cuts to the middle. Cut off by a back-checking Fox Motor player. But he's able to get to it and keep it deep in the Fox Motor end. 3:30 to play in period number 2. 29 seconds to play in the penalty kill. Fox Motor looking to set up one last attempt here on the power play. They get control in center. Cut off by the Penguin defenseman Baru. He'll play it up off the glass nicely between the legs of the defenseman. They will call icing. Usually that doesn't get called if it goes between the legs. But we'll get an icing call here. 3 seconds on the penalty kill. Pens will have an opportunity to maybe hit Zachi coming out of the box. They almost got Pegley earlier coming out of the box for a chance. So 3:06 period 2. 3 seconds left on the PK. PK that saw a really nice save from Helsel earlier in the penalty kill and some good defense in front of the net from the Pens defense. Face-off won by Fox Motors, and that'll end the power play. Out of the box is Zachi just as it comes to Lord. Now Ulowitz, but the Pens unable to get it out of their end. Sent back in behind by Fox Motors. Pressure from Stillwagon. Stillwagon and Lure work. It's Lure coming away with it. He's up the right side to Zachi. Zachi back for Lure. Tied up on the half wall. Zachi will play it in. He's able to deftly get it between the feet of the defender and get one in on goal. That rebound pops in behind the net, but it's picked up by Fox Motors there, and they look to break out. They will do so getting to center. Lure with the pressure. Forces the turnover to Ulowitz. Great pressure there from the Penguin forward. He turns it back towards the Fox Motor end. Worked on the half wall. It'll be Ulowitz coming away with it again. Pens changing behind, at the play. It's Hassenkope coming on the ice for Zachi, and he's got the puck on the left side. He was looking to center. It's cut off. But Ryan Lure there. More pressure from Lure. Comes to the point. Palladino keeps there. I'm sorry. Is that Palladino? No, that's Stillwagon. Stillwagon keeping at the point nicely. Carried out by Fox Motors. They try to go between the legs of Ulowitz. Unsuccessful there. And Fox Motors will regroup at center. A dump attempt cut off by Hassenkope, and he'll stick handle out of his own end. Will try to. He's cut off. Now it's Stillwagon safely playing it up the center, and skating into it will be Kumnick. He's into the offensive zone. It's tied up there, but it's turned over to Lure. Lure to the middle. No one home. Clearing attempt by Fox Motors, and they'll bring it out to center. Played up and off the stick. No further than Ulowitz, who will collect behind his net. He looks to reverse, does so. Picked off by Fox Motors. Pegley there, though. Pegley battles. Centering pass. Played around behind by the Pens D for the stick of Goldberg. He tries to exit the zone by himself. He's cut off. Played to the half wall. Lure plays it up, looking again for the Penguin breakout. Unsuccessful. It'll be Pegley going to work. Pegley gets it to Goldberg. Goldberg will get it out this time. He's got Hassenkope with him as he powers through center. 2-on-2 develops. He carries wide. Looks in front. Finds Hassenkope. It goes past him to the stick of Avolia, who sends one on net. Centered again, this time for Goldberg. Goldberg plays it, but a nice stop, I believe, by a Fox Motor player on that one. getting in front and blocking the shot. Some great pressure late in the second period by the Pens. After their penalty kill, they got pinned in a little bit, but let's see if they can work this breakout again. It's Baru wrapping it around, stopped by Fox Motor. They play it back into the corner, looking to center, cut off by Pegley. Pegley with a goal in this one. Now he gets it to Goldberg, but we get a horn. You can't hear it. I can't hear it. But everybody stopped playing, and when you look up, there's zeros on the clock. 2-1 Pens after 2. All right, we are showing you some player headshots here as Coach Adanucci imparts wisdom upon this Pens Elite team who has a 2-1 lead here going into the third period. We are live from what is now the CCM MoTown World Invitational. I think they put every word in there except for Universal Champions of the globe, of the galaxy. But we are here in Detroit, Michigan. Actually, we're in beautiful Mount Clement, just off the shores of Lake Erie, at the Mount Clement Ice Arena. A different vantage point for the Pens here, as we'll bring you the game from the corner. We're going to head back to the live feed here in a moment. Hopefully you got to see your favorite Penguin headshot. Again, we take part in the Pens Elite, take part in the CCM World Invite. MoTown from Detroit. We're back with a live look at center ice. We're going to toss 14 minutes on the clock. 14 on the clock. 5-on-5 on the ice, no carryover power plays. Fox Motors wins the draw. Gets it up and into the Pens end, where it'll be taken by Grayson Baru. He's in behind the net. He's able to work it to his D partner, Stillwagon. He reverses for Baru, and the Pens look to break out. They get a beautiful breakout pass there from Baru to the streaking Avolia. Avolia carrying it the whole way into the Fox Motor end. The Penguin pressure from Kumnik. The masked marauder here. The Pens are wearing their masks as required by the tournament. So you'll see the darkened masks under the helmet. It looks such a really tough look, to be honest with you. Played around to Brody Straub back in behind the Fox Motor net. It'll be Kumnik collecting it there. He looks to center. Cut off by a Fox Motor player as they look to break out off of Avolia, but carried through center. 2-on-2 develops. Pass over. Avolia there to turn with it and try to regroup out of the zone, but Fox Motor player cuts him off. Battled for there. It's back to the stick of Avolia. He'll play it high off the glass and out of danger. A turnover to the stick of Kumnik, and he's got a little bit of speed. Unable to drag it around one player, and back comes Fox Motors. Stillwagon there to cut that play off, ending a threat. But it pumps into the Pens end offside. Offside on Pittsburgh. We'll have a center ice face-off with 12:34 to play, period number 3. 2-1. Pens lead 2-1. Your Penguins lead. Pens work it in. A shot from the outside from Zachi. Rebound sat in front, cleared, but no further than Ulowitz. But now it pops off a Fox Motor player, and they enter 2-on-2. They call it onside. Shot unable to get through the Penguins' defense. And brought back out the center. Turned back in and offsides on Fox Motors. We'll get a whistle. We are back to action. Fox Motors carries it into the Pens end. Helsel there with a pad save. Worked around the zone and back out. Penguins giving chase at Sassencope. Pestering a Fox Motor defender. Looking to force that turnover, and it'll be Lohr following on. He centers for Hassencope, just out of his reach. Fox Motors looks to clear, but it's kept at the point by Ulowitz. Lohr with pressure. He falls down, and Fox Motors skates onto it. 3-on-2 develops here. Shot from outside, just a bit outside. Possessed in the corner by Fox Motors. They center. Baru's there to clear. Clears it to the wall where a battle happens, and Goldberg wins it. He's in. He's out of the Pens end into the Fox Motor end. A 2-on-3 here. He's got help. Centering pass just hops over the stick of Hassencope. Pinching Baru keeps it in nicely. Sends it towards the middle. It'll come back to him, though. And he'll center it again off of Goldberg to Avolia, who sends it wide. And he'll pressure the puck in behind the net, forcing another turnover. The puck pressure, folks. It's what this game's about. Pressure the puck, and you'll force turnovers. Pens doing it again. Another play up to the point. A diving Baru stomps it there. But Fox Motors will get it out to center. And look to attack the Pens end. Tied up on the half wall. We get a penalty coming. We have a penalty. It'll be on Fox Motors, which will put the Pens back on the power play. Your Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. Why not? I own it. I can plug it. Trying to untangle some cords here. Give me a little more room. Hopefully you're enjoying the second and third period that we've been able to bring to you live after a disastrous first from the production crew of Jeremy Evans, unable to get you both a camera and audio feed. But now, luckily for you, mostly for you, you get to hear my voice. And you get to see your favorite Penguins play, but mostly hear my voice. It's the Pens working it out. Avolia back through center. He carries. Oh, Dangles. Donnie Dangles breaks free. Gets into the offensive zone. Avolia showing the dangle moves puck to Palladino in the high slot. His shot blocked. Sent to the corner. Picked up there by Goldberg. Goldberg keeps it in the Fox Motor end. Penguin pressure forces another turnover at the blue line. It's Palladino. He looks for his partner Pegley. Plays it just out of his reach. A drop pass at the blue line. And the Pens toss it back in off sides. Look at a change on the back end for the Pens, who have a power play. 1:07 to play in the power play. 9:37 to play. Period number 3, and they have a 2-1 lead here over Fox Motors. It's Ryan Lohr with the pressure. Fox Motors gets it into the Penguin end on this penalty kill. Pressure there by Ulowitz. Goldberg sends it to the point, but no further. Ulowitz with the pressure, and the Pens look to come up ice. They clear their zone, but only briefly, as Fox Motors will send it back in. It'll be the stick of Lohr. He goes, reverses ice to Ulowitz. Ulowitz sends it back to Kumnik, and he'll stride into the Fox Motor zone. Turned aside there, and they'll try it again. Reverse the ice. Ulowitz with 2 moves. He's into the opposite side now. Carries into the middle. He's got some help. He looks for it. Finds Goldberg. Goldberg looking for Kumnik. It pops free to his stick on the backhand. He turns off the skate and to the stick. A nice move there. Unable to get the shot through. A centering pass to Goldberg. He's got it. He fires, and it's off the knob of the stick. A beautiful centering pass, I believe, by Lohr comes through to Goldberg. And his shot off the stick. Lohr sends it high off the head of a Fox Motor defender. It pops free to Kumnik. It's knocked off his stick. Lohr's there again. The power play over, but the Pens with the puck. 8:21 to play. A centering pass cut off. Comes back to Ulowitz. He fires, blocked out front. Fox Motors running the breakout here. Pens with not a lot of pressure there, and Fox Motors able to come through. They meet that Penguin pressure at center ice, and we'll have another turnover. Fox Motors brings it back. Turned back and forth between the two clubs. Great back checking again from the Pens. Forces a shot wide, and The defense goes to work in behind. It's Grayson Baru playing it to the wall. He's got it up for Hassenkope, who's a step behind the defender and unable to gather the puck in. Battled for on the wall. It's, I believe, Lore. It's tough to tell from this distance with tucked in jerseys. It comes free to the Fox Motor player who fires. It's blocked nicely out front. A screened goaltender. Helshaw, I don't know if he could see that puck, but it did not get in the back of the net. I think it was blocked by one of his defenders. It'll be Hassenkope with it. 7:12 to play. 2-1 Pens lead. Brought into the offensive zone. Down goes a Fox Motor player. No call. Turning with it is Baru. He's looking ahead for Hassenkope. He cuts back to the other side. He's got a step. Hassenkope is about 2 steps off sides there on the other side. Just got to delay a little longer on that play. As Baru cut from the left side of the ice to the right side of the ice. It's back on that left side where the Pens stepped in offside. We're going to have Avolia. The Pens need one more. Avolia, Straub, Zachi. Stillwagon and Palladino, your D. Played on the wall by Fox Motors. And a battle ensues. The Pens winning a lot of these, but this time it's Fox Motors coming away with it. Popping out to the stick of 97 for Fox Motors. No further than the stick of Palladino clears it into the corner. Fox Motors looks to attack from behind the net. Played low to high to the point man. It's off the stick of Palladino and kept in by Fox Motors. Winding, shooting, save from Helsel. Nice stop there. Shot from the high slot just outside the hash marks. Worked back to the same area by Fox Motors. It's off a player's stick into the corner. Cleared up for Zachi. Zachi's got Palladino, the defenseman, ahead. Stopping and starting again as Avolia and Palladino plays it in. Pens need a forward to cover that D spot. Palladino with the puck pressure. Played around by Fox Motors. Off the stick of Zachi, and they will come up 2-on-1. Palladino back-checking hard, getting a stick in the way, cutting him off wonderfully there. Fox Motors gets it in behind the Penguins' net, though. Just under 6 minutes to play. Third period, 2-1 Pens lead. Fox Motors plays it from behind the net to the high slot, out to the point. Shot coming from the point, sent just wide. Pens go to work in the corner, but Fox Motors comes out with it. Another shot towards the net. This one gets into Helsel, who gets a pad on it and is able to cover it with the glove, getting a stop and play. The Pens will get a needed line change here. 5:26 to play in the third period. 2-1 Pens over Fox Motors. All right, we're going to see a face-off and a puck tied up. It'll be the Pens Lure coming out with it. He's working it up the left side. Chipped up but not out. And it's finally cleared the zone. I believe that was Pegley clearing it out of danger. He's working with Ulowitz on the back end. Ulowitz gains possession behind the Penguins' end. And they'll look to break out. He works the puck to Goldberg. He works the puck wide to Kumnick, who's got a step and some speed. He's into the offensive zone. He looks to pass. He gets it over to Goldberg, and he gets it in. What a play! A 2-on-0 developed up the right-hand side as Kumnick got a step on the defense. A back-checking Fox Motor player ties him up a bit, but he's able to work it across to the stick of 97, Goldberg, who able to reach with that long reach and flick it towards the net, finding the back of the cage and giving the Pens a little bit of a cushion. 3-1 Pittsburgh, 4:48 to play. Oh, what a play by the Pens. That play happened deep in the Penguins' end where they were able to clear it out. And the speed, you just see how fast Kumnick was up the right-hand side there. Able to beat the defender. He was looking for the pass, which is such an unselfish play. And the right play there. The defender came to him, kind of got him tied up. He stuck with it, played it across the crease, and it found the stick of Goldberg. Just able to get it in. The Fox Motor team goes in offsides. 3-1 Pens, 4:23 to play, period number 3. It'll be Avolia, Hassenkope, Zachi. Looks like Baru and Stillwagon, the D. Fox Motor works it towards the middle. It's cut off by Baru. He looks to exit the zone and finds Luka Zachi nicely. Back in for Hassenkope. Played back in offsides by Fox Motors again. Take some time off the clock that the Pens need. 4:07 to play period number 3. They've got a 2-goal lead. 3-1 Penguins, third period. And Avolia on the draw. He loses his stick. In comes Fox Motors. Around one, firing a shot. It's a moon over top of the net. Like a shooting star there off the Penguin defender's stick. It's Stillwagon goes to work behind the net. He's battling 2 Fox Motor players. Working hard there. Fox Motors comes out with it, works it to the point. A shot in, stopped by Helsel, cleared by the Pens. And it'll be Baru racing to the puck. Pops free to Stillwagon. Stillwagon finds the safety behind the net and plays it around for Avolia. Cut off and centered by Fox Motors, but no further than Zachi, who strides out of the Penguin zone. Coming with speed up the right, he flicks it into the offensive zone, and it'll be the speedy Hassenkope in after it. He gets to the puck first, goes down, but it's brought out by Fox Motors. A bump from Hassenkope. Fox Motors gets it to center. Player turning there, trying to gain the Pens end, but won't get further than Lohr. Lohr plays it up. Zachi follows on. Battle on the half wall, or on the center ice wall here. Played up by the Penguins defender, looking for Kumnik. His stick's there. He's got a big assist on the most recent goal. Fox Motors comes away with it, though, into the Pens end, winding through, firing a shot off a defender. Popped free, and it's Kumnik after it again. He's got a defender on him, carried up the right side and into the Fox Motor end. Stopped there by Straub, sent in for Lohr. Lohr behind the net, chips it off the side. Taken in by Fox Motors. They look to run the breakout off the arm of Straub and cleared out by Fox Motor. Palladino there to break up the play. Leaning on the player's Lohr. He gets it out towards center. It'll be Kumnik battling there. We're down to 2:11 to play. 3-1 Pens. Kumnik's got a stick on it. His stick knocked out of his hands. No call there. Goldberg following on. Comes to Lohr. Lohr trying to center. Cut off by Fox Motors. Plays it to the D-man, Ulowitz. His shot deflected out in front, finding Goldberg for a backhand. Now it's to Kumnik. He sends one high over the net. The field goal's good, but it didn't find the back of the cage. Popped up into the netting, the protective netting around the rink. And that face-off will come out to neutral ice. 1:45 to play, period number 3. The Pens Elite 3, Fox Motors 1. Avolia with the draw. He'll win it back to his deep partner, or back to his defenseman, Stillwagon. He gets it into the Fox Motor end. Hassenkope goes to work there. Stillwagon stepping up nicely and playing it in behind again. Fox Motors will go back to get it, but Zachi will pressure and come away with the puck. Puck pressure all day, baby, all day. Zachi from behind the net, played in by Hassenkope. Behind the net, Zachi's puck pressure again forces the turnover. He's able to come from behind the net on his backhand. One off the goalie, second one by the goalie. And Luka Zachi has put the Pens up 4-1 with 1:23 to play in the third. Puck pressure, folks, puck pressure. He didn't just watch the kid. He went after it, forced the turnover. And the Penguins extend it to a 3-goal lead, 1:22 to play. Face-off, it worked into the Penguins' end. It'll be Fox Motors on the right side. A shot off Helsel, kept out. Rebound, Helsel fights that one off, and he'll get covered. 1:09 to play. Helsel with a great cover there. Freezing the puck, getting a face-off, protecting a 3-goal lead. Defensive zone draw. It's Avolia winning it back to Stillwagon. He had a great play on the last one. He is working in behind the net. It pops out towards the front, but retaken by Stillwagon, and he finds Zachi. Sorry, it was Stillwagon, I think, that dumped it in. Now it's Hassenkope after it. Played into the Fox Motor end. It'll be Zachi. Luca Zachi on the backhand, spinning to the forehand. Cut off by Fox Motors, and they'll look to counter. Pegley pressuring the puck there. He's able to turn it back. 35 seconds to play. 33 seconds to play. Fox Motors plays it up. Stillwagon popped at center ice. Into the zone comes Fox Motors. Turning with it there. Baru comes away with it. He's got speed. Plenty of it down the right side. He's angled off, but he stays with the play. Works it further into the Fox Motor end. Off the head of Goldberg. Played up to the point. Baru firing one in. Cut off by Fox Motor, and we're down to 1 second, and we're down. The Penguins have a win. Your Penguins have a win. A 4-1 win for Team Nooch in the opening game of the CCM MoTown World Invitational of the Universe. 4-1 Pens win. 4-1 Pens win. You had goals from Hassenkope, Pegley, Goldberg, and from behind the net, Luca Zachi with the puck pressure and the goal. Pens win. Pens win. Join us later on today for another game. Your Pens will be back at it later on this afternoon. Let me get you a game time here for that one. And we'll be back at the same rink, so hopefully we have fewer difficulties getting everything set up. We'll be back here to play the Sabres at 6:20. 6:20 Pens Elite and the Sabres.